Good evening, and thank you for clicking on my channel once again. Um, so today I wanted to revisit Twister, which came out 30 years ago today, and I did just re-watch it to familiarize with the movie, even though I've seen it several times. And this is, what you call a disaster action adventure type film. And for me, and I'm only speaking for myself because I can't speak for anybody else, this is probably it's like up there with one of my favorite disaster type films, if not the, like my favorite. So, if you've never seen it, I don't know where you've been because this came out in '96. So you've had plenty of time to watch it if you haven't, but I do recommend it like severely. Um, so it stars, as far as like the main cast members, Helen Hunt. Um, she plays Joe, and Bill Paxton plays Bill. Um, and then you also have Jamie Gertz, which, you know what? I don't know if I've ever known her name, like her real name, but she plays Melissa in the movie. I'm gonna show a picture of her just so you know who I'm talking about. So let's see. Can we get a? It's too much light. So the lady in the dark brown hair, that's Melissa, or she plays Melissa, and Lois Smith, she plays Meg. Philip Seymour Hoffman, R.I.P. to him because he had passed in 2014 at the age of 46. He played Dusty, and I mean, yeah, there's other people in this movie, but I don't know. I don't know if I really feel like naming everybody in the movie. But the premise of this movie is um, Joe. She was like a child um, in '69 and living in Oklahoma, obviously. I say obviously because, like, if you've never seen the movie, then you're like, how am I supposed to know that? Anyway, so yeah, with her parents, and they were about to go to bed, whatever, and even at that time, there were no warnings for tornadoes. So what had happened was that um, there were warnings, but not like good warnings. And so just like, oh, there is like a tornado warning, get shelter, whatever, blah blah blah. Thinking like you have enough time, right? And so, um, they're hearing noises, the dogs are barking, and dogs know things better than humans do because their hearing is a lot better. And um, so they actually have a, sh- um, a tornado like bunker, if you will. I forget what they're called, but it's like you can actually go down and take shelter. So they get down there, whatever, blah blah blah, and the tornado is coming, and it rips the door off the hinges. And the father was trying to hold it down, but he's like going right up with it. And the mom is screaming, and of course, Joe, as a child, she's like, And then it cuts to present time, and then you see Bill and Melissa uh, in a truck driving to get Joe's signature for divorce papers, so that way they can get married. Um, then therefore, um, she's like Joe, that is, was unaware that Bill was gonna bring Melissa. It's like, I didn't have intentions of coming, period, but I needed the divorce papers, right? Um, um, she's like, well, I wanted to show you Dorothy, and he's like, she's here. Yeah, she's here. So Dorothy is this contraption that the whole team collaborated on and built, so that way these little sensors going up into the funnel, that way it could put out signals for newscasters, radio people, whatever, so that way they can alert anybody and everybody that is, in tornado areas, to take shelter and hopefully have enough time to get to shelter. Um, I mean, to be honest with you, and I'm speaking from experience, I don't know if things have gotten any better as far as like taking shelter. Because I used to live in an area where tornadoes were a thing, right? But now living more northern uh, of um, of Texas, um, tornadoes don't really hit here like they did where I used to live. But I know like places like Oklahoma, Kansas, places like that. That's like Tornado Valley. So we never like got hit like that, but we've gotten hit, and um, and honestly, even as a child, going back and remembering, um, there really wasn't a lot of time to get to safety. I mean, we were lucky enough to get under an underpass and like wait it out, and then praying that our house was still standing. And lucky, yes, our house was still standing. Um, but yeah, so that's like the main premise of this movie. They're trying to uh, give ample time for people to get to safety, and then they come into people I guess they used to work with, which is somebody named Dr. Jonas and his team, and they kind of stole their idea, and I forget what they named it, but it's another, literally the same thing, and and they actually have like sponsors and whatnot to help them while they're doing it like literally for nothing, and it's people like that that kind of hurt like real like human beings trying to help other human beings who are just like in it for safety reasons, precautions, where other people like Jonas is in it for the money, um, and the fame, obviously. Um, but also, and while watch, into the movie developing whatnot, is Joe still has feelings for Bill, and she's trying to hide it as best as she can because she never took her ring off. And there's while chasing these tornadoes, tracking them down and try to um, get to one so that they can actually pick up Dorothy. They start to develop feelings again for each other while Melissa is hearing conversations over the radio, and she just kind of like felt it coming, but she didn't want to say anything until later on, and then she's like, I'm just going to go back home. No feelings lost here, but I just, it eventually things would unravel and not be great for each of us. But with all that being said, um, rewatching it, I still think it stands up, except for like one scene and that's like towards the end where Joe and Bill are holding on to this pipe, and like the tornado is like all around, and they're like in the funnel, and it literally looks like green screen, which the majority of this film is kind of green screen. I mean, except for like the scenery where they're at, that's real, but like the tornadoes and whatnot, yeah, that's. I mean, they're not gonna put them in harm's way. So yeah, obviously, but it looked most of like literally, like I said, up until that moment, it looked like legit. It looked real. And so, some of these new movies, like the new Twister movie, Twisters, for those who liked it, you know what, great for you. I did not really care for it. I feel like if you're going to, which I know it's not a sequel, but they should have just made a sequel, and then like Bill and Joe's kids could have been stepping in their footsteps, and also maybe I don't know, maybe like a family business and like them chasing storms and whatever, and maybe one of them also had feelings for somebody, and I don't know. It could have been better than what this shit that they put out was, and um, but yeah, overall, like I still really enjoy this film. I watch it at least once a year, if not twice a year, and yeah, I mean, acting was great, visuals were great, and the fact that it gets like a 6.6 rating across the board is like wild to me. It's wild. I think this is a great movie, but that's just me speaking. So I'm going to read some reviews and excuse me, and then you know, as I mentioned before, if you've seen this movie, please drop it down below. Let me know how you feel about it. Do you still like this movie? Does it hold up for you? Because I think it holds up for me. Um, so this one, it says, I like Twister. And this was in 2001. I get a lot of stick from friends who saying this, but I really like Twister. Um, I enjoy a good, thoughtful film as much as the next stuck up film snob, but I also love damn good action flicks. I don't know who wrote this. It's like they don't know how to speak. Twister is a big dumb summer blockbuster with no pretensions whatsoever. I like the fact that the money is all up there on the screen. Lots of tornadoes ripping apart farmhouses and throwing trucks around. I like that this it's one of those chase movie. I like looking at Helen Hunt's beautiful face. I saw Twister twice in the cinema and at least three times since, and I enjoyed every single time. Can you get a better recommendation than that? Twister will never satisfy some people, in particular those who watch it some strange reason. expecting a uh, masterpiece. Enjoy it for what it is. One of those best summer blockbusters ever. Um, so from what I'm gathering for that, I guess his friends are haters of this film. Um, and I guess they enjoy watching like Oscar award winning masterpieces. And yes, it's not that at all. It's literally a disaster film. But at the same time, I think it's a great film, and shit like this does happen where you do see movies where like The Day After Tomorrow where I'm like that's a little far fetched for me to believe. Even though yes, even that movie is good, but at least Twister, shit like that does happen. And has happened. It you know tearing up one people's house and then leaving the next there. You know, so you can't make sense of it. It just happens. Um. Anyway, um, I feel like I'm running out of time and I don't want to have to restart this one. But yeah, like I said, leave your comments down below if you've seen this movie. Again, this has been since 1996. So if you have not watched this movie, do yourself a favor and watch it. Um, and please subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, tell me what else you'd like to see from me. All right. But that's it for me today. Catch you next time. All right. Bye.